Hello. I am now a sellout. Or, well, I'm trying to be. Joking aside, first off, a new review is going up tomorrow. It's not Powerstone 2. It might have been if I could get a Dreamcast emulator going. This is on a PSP emulator. It would either be that or Toy Commander. The game I'm reviewing is very slightly related to this. I'm starting a Patreon for my reviews. Now, first off, do not feel pressure to donate. I am not in any dire financial situations. I'm not going to lose my thumbs to any outstanding debts. I'd be pushing this Patreon a lot harder and looking into a few more avenues if that were the case. Only donate if you want to and are in a position to do so. I finished university this year, graduated from a course on broadcast and film production. The course was about the behind the scenes of filmmaking. I do sound work and I want to write screenplays. Patreon was my very obvious first crack of the whip, both in terms of, well, you know, directing and writing. I also did the editing, but it was the second short film I did. I didn't want to direct it, but it fell to me, and I tried my best. I was emulating a friend of mine who has done directing in the past. It's a very obvious first effort, but I tried my best. I can only blame myself for shortcomings there. The point is, the career I'm pursuing, doing, you know, recording sound work on films, maybe script reading, doing editing where I can, they're all skills that I'm still polishing, and it's not consistent work. And in British indie filmmaking, you have to be able to supply your own equipment sometimes, and I do not have all the equipment I want, so I have to spend money to make money. Some months I'll hopefully be quite busy, but some periods will be more chill. I do want to be in work, but I put a ton of effort into my videos. A single episode of playing is in the tens of hours for writing, recording audio, and editing all the video together. And if you consider some of the games I played, we can occasionally consider the game's effort as well. Not all the time, some are great fun, some a bit less so. I will continue to put in these hours regardless. But part of doing this is having some extra dosh to put away for video games, so hopefully this is a Patreon that will perpetuate itself. Now, I know I couldn't live off of Patreon even if I wanted to. I'm not big enough. I'd likely go a little stir-crazy if I tried. I've felt a bit weird about the idea of making money from YouTube since I started. Back in 2012, when I put out my first review, I had what I now see as an almost elitist way of looking at it, that making money from videos somehow cheapens them. I do find that quite silly now. Hard work should be rewarded. I recently broke 2,000 subscribers, and for that, I'm incredibly grateful. Even to me, it's more than I ever expected to get. While I do known games on occasion, I generally make incredibly long, informative reviews on niche titles. And I want to do niche titles. I want to find games that are overlooked or games that generally wouldn't get these kind of videos and do them. So basically, I've got a few things going against me there. But I knowingly took that on. I know I'll never become really big on YouTube, and honestly, I'd probably go nuts if I did. The truth of it is, I've been planning on making a Patreon since August. About the time I put out Patreon, actually, which would have been a very fucking nice contrast. I say planning, it's more like the idea of making a Patreon was in the back of my mind, and I'd put it off because I had no idea what to offer, and I'd wonder if there was even much less a point to making one. So, right now I'm offering free tier rewards at $1, $3, and $5. $1 is what I'm supposing is the standard your name at the end of a video. For $3, I'm giving out my scripts and game notes, and for $5, I'm making afterthought videos responding to any viewer queries about the game and any last-second thoughts that I couldn't format into the review or only sprung to mind after it was done. I don't want to chop down my videos, and I'm not going to do so. These are really last-second thoughts or really inconsequential notes about a game. I do tend to develop a bit of tunnel vision nearing the end of production, and it clears up afterwards, and I get a bunch of little thoughts like, oh, there is this, there is that, and that's generally what the afterthought should be in aid of. Plus, while it's not yet done, a video on my process making a review, from recording the game to note-taking and editing, with a few tips on speedy video editing. Considering the length of the videos I make, I found a few ways to save time without sacrificing quality. I have no idea if anyone but me is interested in that kind of stuff. I watch quite a few other review series and channels like Game Dungeon, Nova Canoe, Ludo Lens, Geek Critique. I'm focusing on smaller channels there, you know, save for the Game Dungeon. The point is, I'm interested in how they take notes and focus their thoughts, but I might just be a weird guy. Right now, I've also got it set to only take payments when a new episode of Playing goes up, not on a monthly basis. If I do ever start another playthrough, or when I upload a game clip, or if I make another short essay video like that GTA 5 Director's one, that won't count. There will hopefully be times when I'm too busy doing film work to make a video, and I don't want people to pay for a month where I did not deliver the videos they're paying towards. But then, on the opposite end, If I do manage somehow to make 2 videos in 1 month, would anyone care about that? It's unlikely, but worth asking here. If you have any suggestions for additions or changes to the Patreon, please do comment. I'll feel weird about shuffling things around once people have put money down, obviously. I have no milestones set, and I don't know much about how Patreon works, so this is going to be a learning experience for me, and do yell at me if I get anything wrong. Next topic, and much less to say here. I've given my reviews a series name of sorts. Playing. It's pretty straightforward, not incredibly imaginative, but I like having it. The reviews are not changing, by the way. I didn't make up a name so I could change the format. It's more the opposite. The format is now guided by the name. I got a comment a little while ago saying that they found my reviews to be like journeys, and I really liked that. I want playing to be like that. Despite the fact that I think my current style started around Ride to Hell and has mutated a bit from there, I've renamed all of my videos Playing. I think Watch Dogs, Gangland, and especially Boiling Point hit that note the best. Not just by virtue of being the longest videos, but I think I managed to combine the story and gameplay points the best in those videos. Just having that title let me focus my writing a little bit more. It definitely helped on the review that's coming out tomorrow. It's the experience of playing and learning each game and being able to break down mechanics and figure out how it all comes together. Plus, I like naming it Playing because they're not entirely reviews, they have a hint of essay and playthrough about them, using a little bit of each writing style or format where appropriate. Again, tell me what you think. I know the title is kind of generic, and I am sort of worried there'll be someone who comes along thinking it's just going to be a straight gameplay video, and then wanders into this weird bloke talking over a heavily cut video and spoiling every story beat. Anyway, please check out my Patreon, leave any comments and suggestions below. Thanks for listening.